Hello there, my name is Marcus, and this is a little bit of a retrospective. We're now in 2026, couple of days deep actually. At the time of recording it's still 25, but I don't fully know when this video will be out, but it is going to be in 2026, I just don't know when. But we should be a couple of days into 2026. And I want to do this little retrospective, looking back at my most anticipated games and expansions for releasing in 2025. I did top 10 games releasing in 2025 and top 5 expansions releasing in 2025. So yeah, and I just wanted to have a look at these games. So let's start with the expansions here. My number 5 was Dinogenic's New Arrivals, and I mean, this is an expansion arriving alongside the big collector's box of Dinogenic's. I don't think they at any point said during the Game Found project that it would actually be releasing in 2025. This was probably just me wishing for it. So yeah, still waiting for it. Very much looking forward to it arriving. Keystone North America Coastal expansion. This arrived alongside Keystone North America's 2nd edition, and we've played it. I've also ranked it in my expansions of 2025. Not very highly. It was okay, but there was definitely quite a few way better expansions of the list last year. Yeah, just meh. Right. Number 3 is Here to Slay Banner Quest. This one, of course, arrived. It brings a new mechanic and a new card type, and of course a new win condition to the Here to Slay game. It was very welcome. It is very interesting. What can I say about it? Here to Slay is a fun game to me. It's fast and paced and fun. This does add a little bit of complexity, but honestly not in a bad way. And yeah, I mean, the new win condition is very interesting and very fun. Number 2, Distilled Cocktails. So I think this one could absolutely have been released in 2025, but you have a bunch of tariff shit situations with the Orange Menace, and I don't want to get too political, but like, come on. All of that entire situation was stupid and put something like board gaming really on edge, because cannot be produced anywhere else in China. But yeah, but Distilled Cocktails, it was delayed in terms of the Kickstarter, or was it a Game Found? I think it was a Kickstarter. That was delayed, and I mean, I've only got my pledge manager here in December. So yeah, it will probably be out in 2026, and it is still one of the things that I'm looking forward to the absolute most in 2026. Really, really looking forward to that. At number 1 is also my number 1 expansion of the year. It's Heat Tunnel Vision. I knew this was going to be a great expansion. I love Heat, love the previous expansion, Heavy Rain. I knew this was going to be a really great expansion, and it was absolutely an amazing expansion. I will admit, we don't play on the maps very often. We prefer to play. My preferred one is still Italy. Some of my mates prefer France. We hate USA, but that's just because we've been to some events of Heat and it's always USA that's being played, so we just don't want to play that. But Italy and France are favorites for ours. But yeah, this brought some really interesting maps and some interesting new little mechanics for the upgrade decks and stuff. It's just an all-around great expansion. So yeah. Games. I did have some honorable mentions. First of all, it was Critter Kitchen. I said it was like my number 1 most anticipated for 2024. It didn't come out in 2024. It was set for December release, and that was optimistic. I think it came in February or maybe March. That's just what happens. But yeah, it was an honorable mention, and it was my number 1 game of 2025. I really love Critter Kitchen. Another mention I had was a Ticket to Ride. I hadn't heard anything factual about it, but I just had an honorable mention saying, hey, Ticket to Ride. If there's a Ticket to Ride game, I'm probably gonna love it. But there wasn't. I haven't heard about anything new from Ticket to Ride in 2025. I know that there was the Northern Lights one, but I have had that one since 2022. It was a 2022 release in my eyes, so it doesn't count. And I mentioned Flow, which I also mentioned in my top 10 games releasing in 2026 video. Will this be the year it actually fucking releases? Who knows? You know what, I'm just happy that it wasn't me that backed the Kickstarter. That was my wife. She backed that Kickstarter. I'm so unhappy with it right now. I think they had nothing planned for it, and I wouldn't have done it, and I'm not gonna trust the game skill again. Like, they have had a few other releases. I'm not even looking at them. I don't care. I'm really unhappy about this entire Flow situation. Anyways, the 10 games is first of all, it's Lord of the Rings: The Confrontation, another game that was delayed due to the terrorist situation. Still very much looking forward to it releasing in 2026, hopefully. Dino Dynasty. I was very interested in this game. It was a Kickstarter that I missed in 2024. Unfortunately, just haven't really seen it in stores or in any groups or anything. Did see it at Essen, but it was sold out once we got to it, except the expansion. But I'm not going to buy an expansion of the base game. So yeah, maybe it's good. Number 8 is Nice to Know Animals. At this current point in time, I have not played it. I might have when the video releases, but I haven't played it right now. They also did some collectible card game stuff, which I was just really unhappy about. Like, why the fuck are you doing that all of a sudden? And of course, I might check out Nice to Know Cosmos, but it still sounds like an interesting enough game. Just gotta sit down and play it. My seventh most anticipated was Donald Duck in Happy Camper, and I liked it. I don't know if I've released the 10 more great games of 25 for release to a video at this point, but I mentioned it in that video. Didn't end up ranking in my top 10 game of the year, but man, what a year! So it would be difficult to compete with. Very happy about it. I really loved it. Loved the theme, and yeah, I've played it quite a few times, and most people I've played it with have been happy to play it with me. Is my observation. Which is nice to me. Let's take 6 and 5 in one. It's Flock and Rook Requiem, all from Rose Gauntlet. Unfortunately, they again were delayed by the entire terrorist situation. I mean, Keystone North America's second edition was almost not released this year due to that entire situation. As far as I've heard from the updates, everything is in perfect order. They are hoping to beat the Chinese New Year. Or is it on boats already? I might be mixing up a few of the different what's it called? Kickstarters I have right now, because I think this is the ones where they are hoping to beat Chinese New Year celebrations and get the games on boats before that, but it might also be the one where it's already on boats and arriving. One of the two. So yeah, it should be a 26 release, absolutely. Number 4 is Lord of the Rings: The Trick-Taking Game. I just written that down here because, of course, the Lord of the Rings: The Fellowship of the Ring trick-taking game. The trick-taking game. Very long title, but a really, really fun game, really great game. I think it's the one that was the closest. Yeah, because it was my number 5 best game of 25, and it's number 4 most anticipated. That's the one that's the closest. So yeah, a great trick-taking game, cooperative trick-taking in there. Twisted Cryptids was my number 3. Didn't quite make the top 10. At this point, I'm still hoping to play it some more before ranking it, but we have played it, and it is fun. I like it. Probably not my favorite Unstable Games game, but as always, just a solid game from Unstable Games. So yeah, it's a fun so far, hoping to play some more of it, of course. Number 2 is Everdell Duo. This is one of those little controversial ones. It could have been regarded as a 24 release, but again, that's some special pre-orders and some YouTubers getting it beforehand. I got it straight from the Kickstarter, and I got it in 2025. It's a 2025 release, and it was mentioned in my top 10. When was it? 7th. Really great edition of Everdell. Absolutely Duo. Really fun game. So great. And my number 1 most anticipated game was Keystone North America 2nd edition. Of course, second behind Critter Kitchen, but I was not going to mention Critter Kitchen. This arrived just about. It was very close to not arriving, but it did arrive mid-December, I believe it was, somewhere around that, and we managed to get it played. Basically the same rules as the regular Keystone, with a few changes that are welcome. Really fun game. I think it was my number 4. Yeah. So those were the games and the expansion I talked about. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6 of the games I talked about actually managed to release, so that's a 60% hit rate. All of them were fun. Well, I don't know about Nice to No Animals yet, but I mean, if those other 5s were fun, so that's a 50% hit rate of anticipated games that were also really good. That's a thumb up right there. I will say Dino Dynasty did release, I just never got a hold of it. So it's actually a 70% hit rate in terms of games actually releasing in the year. And if you look at some of the YouTubers that have done these videos before, I think that's pretty good. In terms of expansions, I mean, that's the same, 3 out of 5, that's a 60% hit rate. I will say Keystone North America Coastal, it's not very good. If I only did a top 5 expansions of the year, it would have probably not have made the top 5 at all. So that's more of a 40% hit rate in terms of being good. Yeah, that was just a quick, I don't think it was very quick, but I tried to make it a quick little look back at my most anticipated games and expansions for 2025. Now, we look onwards for 2026, the new games arriving there, some old games that I have that need to be reviewed as well. Thank you very much for watching, and I will see you in the next one. Bye!